The Great Sphinx sits at the foot of the pyramids near Cairo. Some Egyptologists believe it was carved during the reign of King Khafra in 2500 BC, and in his likeness. One of the pyramids to its rear is his tomb. With the head of a king and the body of a lion, the role of the Sphinx may have been to guard the pharaoh's final resting place. It is the largest statue ever carved out of a single piece of stone. 240 feet long, 60 feet high, and wrapped in riddles. For one thing, the true size of the Sphinx was a mystery for millennia.
Up to a century ago, the Great Sphinx was buried up to its neck in sand.
These photos show how the Sphinx looked circa the 1920s, its head and upper body visible. In 1925, an effort began to see more.
Then archaeologists decided to dig and excavate until the entire body was revealed.
There are smaller sphinxes all over Egypt, and in the Temple of Luxor alone, there are over 1,300 statues of them, underscoring how important they were to ancient Egyptian culture. Beyond size, there is a second, bigger mystery.
If you look closely at the surface of the Sphinx, you'll see tiny traces of paint where 3,500 years ago, King Tutmos had the surface restored. Now, if you think about it, 3,500 years ago, it was in need of restoration. Just how old is this thing?
In the 1950s, new evidence further put into question the age of the Sphinx.
There are water erosion marks on the body of the Sphinx caused by rain, but that level of rain hasn't been around Egypt for over 9,000 years.
If these erosion marks were made 9,000 years ago, long before this part of Africa was a desert, then Egyptian civilization is far older than previously thought. Or perhaps the civilization of the pharaohs was born from an even older, long-lost civilization. That would be the biggest secret of